Donations are dropping for items like food, toys, and money.
Nonprofit leaders in the area say they need help. TV20's Misty Webb tells us how this nationwide issue is affecting North Central Florida's organizations.
The Toys for Tots in Marion County says that almost every year their boxes are filled over the top just like this. But this year, as you can see, the boxes are quite empty, so they are in desperate need of donations. The need is rising, but donations are dropping.
We have a lot of seniors and a lot of people without cars and a lot of people on fixed incomes, and so they need this, especially with prices going up.
Tangi Green brings food to seniors in Archer.
It started out with one senior family asking me would I bring them a box, and it's now up to 7.
Organizers with nonprofits like Catholic Charities and Bread of the Mighty say they are getting requests from about double the number of people needing food. Patrick Joint with the Toys for Tots in Marion County says their toy donations dropped about 40%. Officials say monetary donations to the Salvation Army dropped 25%.
We are so far down, it's scary. It's worse than 2020 with the pandemic and all that. This is nothing. The pandemic was nothing. This is huge here.
But it isn't just a struggle for North Central Florida. It is also a nationwide issue. Residents believe the rise in gasoline and grocery prices could be limiting the ability for people to donate.
Have you been to the grocery store lately?
Ernest Hull, commanding officer of Salvation Army, hopes they reach their goal by Christmas.
Understanding that we're all struggling right now, and every dollar that comes in, another individual or two that we were able to help with those dollars.
Nonprofit leaders say donating anything helps, even if it's small. Misty Webb, TV 29.